Yo.
All right, y'all.
What's up? You guys. It's your girl Kirsten.
And it's Moni.
And we are Never Not Extra. Back at it again on this Young Tuesday.
And this will be my last time engineering the show. It's not funny.
Oh, good. Anywho, let's make this quick. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you know what we are talking about today. We are continuing our intermittent series of We Love to See It. Our last month on the first Tuesday, we had our first couple. And we are back at it again on the first Tuesday of this month. And we have two of our favorite people here in the studio today, Davonte and Chaun. Yes. They are here basically to help us talk about more about this relationship stuff. If you guys tuned in to the last We Love to See It episode, then you know what to expect. And yeah, special guests, you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? You already know what it is. I wonder how tall I sound out there. I'm not really tall. I'm just sounding real tall.
Oh, my God.
Nah, what's up, everybody? My name is Davonte. You can follow me at dgreen_ambition on Instagram. If you have an Instagram, I'm not sure. I think a lot of people got them these days, though. Outside of that, yeah, just happy to be here.
A lot of people got them these days. It's the hot new thing.
Yeah, I heard all your kids are on the Instagram.
Yes.
And here with my lovely fiance.
Hey, everybody. It's Chaun. I know. Right. It's Chaun. You can follow me at Lewis by Nature if you have Instagram. If you don't, it's cool. Just go in the chats and talk to us there.
Hey.
And also on LinkedIn. Yeah, you can find me.
LinkedIn.
I'm starting to plug my LinkedIn. Davonte Green on LinkedIn.
Wait, did we recently become friends on LinkedIn?
Probably.
Maybe so.
I think we did.
Yeah, hey, it's important. So,
It is.
Davonte Green on
Everybody needs to have a LinkedIn. Like, why do you not have one? No matter your industry.
Yeah, you definitely do need to have a LinkedIn.
Because Zaire got a LinkedIn. And he out here photographying.
Yeah. That's not a word, sweetheart.
He is photographying. That's what he's doing. Okay.
Okay. Quick check-in. How was your
I'm not
week
talking about
before?
my week.
Go ahead. How was your week since last Tuesday? Go ahead. Play your clip.
Okay. I just needed permission to play it again. All right. So guess what I went to go see?
Harriet Tubman.
No. Guess what I went to go see?
I don't know.
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a fucking nice shiny fucking dress on with a fucking crown on her head when she was taking slaves to freedom?
All right. I'm the only
Did you have coffee today?
No.
Oh, okay. Are you sleepy?
I did have coffee today.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem. That's what's going on. I need to start asking that before we start the show now.
Anyways, I saw Harriet and it was great. And I went to go see Mac Aries and it was great. And it was a beautiful performance. And if you guys listen to, or if you watch Rhythm and Flow, D Smoke was there, like in the audience.
Hey. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Inglewood.
Yeah, cause Tiffany Goucher, I think that's how you say her name. She opened up for Mac, and they have a song together. So that whole talented family was like in the audience.
Oh, cool.
And it was really dope. It was so amazing.
I would love to go to a black concert where the artist comes out on time. That's why I actually was Mike Ayers on time, because he's white.
Yeah.
And they're,
He came out at 9:50.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, doors open at 7. The opening acts were on time.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but the opening acts were black.
That's good. Yeah, because I know that Tiffany girl is black. I listened to some of her music before. So, yeah.
Anyways, that was my week. How was yours?
My week was cool, I guess. Actually, yeah, it was cool. Mercury retrograde low-key been trying to fuck with me, but I'm cool on that right now. No, for real. Like, it's been tripping.
Have
like,
you been seeing...
Like, literally, since it started, like, I was trying to pay my bills. Nothing online was working. I had to call everywhere to pay my bill. Like, our computer systems at work went down. Like, nothing has been working. Like, it's just technology has been tripping. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, it happened with my email over, like, on Friday. You know, I work from home on Fridays. So I could not send any emails because...
nothing was working.
Yeah.
Nothing was working.
Mercury's in micro braids.
No. Right. So that's what's been going on. But other than that, it was cool. I spent some quality time. Oh
my God, we love to see it.
Shut the hell up. Next, Davonte.
Oh, y'all care about my weekends?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Weekends, family weekends. So that's all my weekends been. So
Oh my God,
Saturday,
so beautiful.
Chaun was out in Oakland for work, so it was just me and Malaya, my 10-year-old daughter, and
Your twin.
Yep,
Your
my
twin.
His whole face, y'all.
baby.
The whole face.
We started the day with on Saturday morning. She's doing like equestrian training, so we have her like in horse riding lessons and things like that. So it was her second one. The first time we went, she was like, "Oh, cool, we're gonna do pony rides," and I thought a pony was like a miniature horse, but a pony could be a big ass horse. So she sees the horse and like starts to like.
I just learned
puke.
that today.
Oh.
Yeah, she pukes because the horse is so big. Coach her up, give her the motivational speech. She hops on a horse, learned everything. Then this was her second time, and she handled it like a pro. So.
Wow.
Went through that. Then we went to do it was great. I got invited to be a part of a recorded panel discussion, like a full camera crew and all that stuff. So she got to be a part of that. And then we went to the Science Center.
I love the Science Center, and I'm grown. And I love the Science Center.
Gardena had their
And it's
prom
free.
there.
Yeah, I had my
Really?
I had my prom.
Yeah.
I've never been when it actually no. Yeah, when I worked at a school, I went for free because I was a chaperone.
Really?
So I always got to go for free.
Oh, no,
but
it's dope.
I don't work at the school no more, so.
Hey, and it's actually free. Not all the exhibits are
We
free.
just said that.
He missed that.
You missed it.
The
He was
parking
already
is like
thinking in his
$15.
It's all right.
Look at his face.
What, I don't know. All I heard was I used to be able to go for free because I worked at a school, but not no more.
That's funny.
Because she didn't know it was free all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I'm a recruiter, and so I travel for work, and I've been spending a lot of time the past 2 months in airports. So like last week alone, I was in San Jose on Wednesday, Santa Cruz on Thursday, back in LA on Friday, and then I flew to Oakland for the day on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of flying.
It's a lot.
That is.
It's a lot of points though, because my points is looking real nice right now. I am excited.
About to have a free trip in a minute.
Right.
Getting points on the company dime.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
That's the plug. That's the come up, y'all.
Man, it's time for another trip.
It's time. I seen you send me something.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it later. Ah, shit. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, yeah.
You're so silly. Anyways,
It's a hot girl fall. It's not a hot girl fall.
Freaky girl, fuck, gotta be an F. Man.
I want to.
I know hot girl summer went together, but hot girl fall don't. It gotta be like
don't.
freaky girl fall or like fantastic fall.
No,
I'm fantastic.
I don't know. It gotta be an F though.
that is not it. No, my next vacation is going to be me sleep under
You
a
sleep
tree.
regular days.
That is true.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad everyone had a great weekend.
Yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's do it.
It was just a single song.
Oh. Oh, she said, I don't have a co-host anymore.
I'm just joking. I love you.
All right. I'm gonna hold on to that, and I'm gonna keep it right there.
Okay.
Anyways, okay. So you guys, you two, so how'd you guys meet, and how did you become one?
You want me to tell the story?
Yeah.
So you can add in
Yeah,
your adjustment?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
The other side.
Okay, I'll start it off. I'll let you finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
So Davonte and I met as coworkers on the very first day of work at our organization. They have like an onboarding, so all the new people start at the same time. And he sat next to me in the main studio, in like the main like lunchroom area. And the first thing I remember about him is like, dang, this guy really talks a lot. Like, I'm just like, why is he talking to me of all these people at this table? And he really talks a lot. And we later found out that we were going to be at schools in a similar like area. I'm gonna pass it over to you.
Yep. So all right. So I'm
Now
gonna
he gonna do his
Oh,
adjustments.
so y'all gonna tag
No.
team?
Yeah.
Okay.
and I'm gonna go to like
His
the
adjustments.
It's not the adjustment. This is what I'm saying. So like, we didn't have any interest. You know what I mean? Like, she was the homie for real. Like, Chaun was.
That's the build though. You gotta like tell it the full way through.
How y'all met?
Cause we met that way, and then
Right, you met because I thought you was the home. I mean, we met. Yeah. So all right. So we met at work, and then she was cool. One day she walked in though. I remember it's not a lot of black people that work with us, so we were working closely together. Obviously, when you see another black person your age, the opposite
You like,
sex, if you are
hey.
heterosexual, you be like, maybe. And then she walked in one day looking stressed out. I was like,
That's so
nope.
funny. That is the first thought. Like, just
Yeah,
automatically.
it's an assessment off the rip.
Yeah.
And whether you do anything with it, you usually be like, nah, or yeah. So for me, I was on the fence a little bit, like, damn, she cool, but she walked in one time looking stressed. Yo, her hair was shrunk as shit. Her afro was. She didn't have no earrings on. She had a baggy ass William sweater from like This Is Us. Y'all remember the granddad from This Is Us? She had like a sweater on like him.
Oh yeah,
and
I forgot somebody else watches that show. Thank you.
We love that show.
Oh, what?
Thank you.
We missing that show right now to be here with y'all.
We are. I usually watch it on Wednesdays.
But I was like, nah. But yeah, and we just was cool from there.
In my defense, I was having a hard time. I was exhausted.
It showed.
The California water was dry in comparison to New York water.
That's what I heard.
I had a taper cut, came out here, and I was just having a hard time.
I remember. I thought you was cool. I just was like, nah, I'm not interested like that. She just the homie.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
And then, I was in a relationship that I was like on my way out of. So it was a lot. It was like a lot of weird stuff going on there. And her and I just became like really, really like good friends.
Yeah.
I was talking to her about my relationship. I was talking to her about like other people I was interested in. Like we was that cool.
You make me wanna leave.
The one
no relationship with you.
I promise y'all, that's not how it was at all. Like our intentions were pure. Like,
Then one day she was like, I can't be your thought partner on these things no more.
Straight up.
You said what? Say it.
Yeah, because I feel like I was his friend. Like I was the work homie. It's like, oh, how was your night? Like updating on like dates or whatever. Like whatever's going on. And it's just like, I reached the point where I was like, yo, I don't think I could do this no more. Like I can't be your thought partner because I don't know who I'm rooting for at this point. Like it just started to feel really complicated. And I had to be honest about that. Like,
oh my God, what else did you say?
what?
I think you told me this story before. I think we talked about it on the show before. But she was like, I remember she was like, look, when you gonna do this? Because
well, it was that, but also like I was ready to get out of my situation. I had already left my previous girlfriend at the time, right? But I was trying to see if that's what I wanted to do, if that's what I wanted to stick with. But because of how cool we were, it kind of illuminated that situation. Like, nah, bro, that's not. Even if Chaun is not the move, she's highlighting the fact that this ain't where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? And like, at one point, I was out here living good. You know what I'm saying? I was
he was having a hot boy summer out here, and I was the homie getting all the dirt.
So me and Danny, me and one of my best friends, Danny, we lived together,
right?
And so we had a summer, like a bachelor summer. We had the full bar, we had the hookah, we had the red light and the den. We were living like some straight bachelors. And then at some point, we was doing it. We was doing it. Yeah, come on over to the crib. All that. Now, what happened is me and Danny having fun. But I end up having to keep canceling on people like, nah, I'm hanging out with Chaun tonight. I'm hanging out with Chaun. So that's kind of.
I wasn't asking him to cancel either.
Yeah, so she never really put no pressure.
Gravitated that way.
She never put no pressure. It was just like natural.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really great. Oh my gosh. So she never like.
So
I was like, I missed that whole question.
We had like a "what is this" type like.
That's what I was kind of like.
We had one of those, but it was. We didn't even know what it was or what it was. I don't know.
I can say that this is the most natural thing I've ever been a part of.
Oh,
so it don't feel like I never felt pressured. I feel like like this shit makes sense. How people talk about relationships, I be thinking like, I don't know what that experience is like, or I knew what that felt like when it wasn't like true love. Like this is some true love shit. Like I love to the end. You know what I'm saying? This my friend and everything. So when people start talking about like, oh, should you do this or should you do that or that shit to me is like.
It's not calculated. It's not calculated with y'all. Yeah.
No, hell no.
Because we were friends first, so like we didn't come into it like trying to impress each other, trying to like be our best version of ourselves. We were just being ourselves. And so because we came in through that entry point, it was already like, well, we already know like what it is, like, and this works. Like this is great. Not like trying to be, oh, let me do all of this and do all this extra stuff and like trying to impress him. I wasn't trying to impress him. I don't think he was trying to impress me either. We were just being ourselves. I
feel like if I would have had an interest at first, I would have tried to impress and messed everything up. But I was so vulnerable and just real. Like I didn't. That when I did find out she had an interest, it was like even after everything you know, you still are interested?
No, that's exactly what I was gonna follow up with. Like, with you knowing like that side of him, was it difficult for you to like jump into that next step?
Nah, I felt like honestly like that was a strength because like I knew he was just being authentic and being himself, and I fucked with that. So I was like, because of that, okay, this must really be a thing, because that's not normally like a thing that I would have predicted for myself, right?
Yeah.
But I found myself like, I don't care, like like we're friends, and like now I'm in love with my friend, and this is great. And then fast forward how long we been together? We debated
It'll
about
be
this.
3 years in November. It ain't
November?
been January.
January. Yeah, officially 3 years in January.
Oh,
Unofficially,
yay.
3.5
We was
years.
FaceTiming, so we used to FaceTime doing stuff like cooking. Like this one, we just friends, but also
Yeah.
all of our friends are like,
Yeah.
this is more
knew.
than friendship.
And y'all was like, nah.
Yeah. I was like, no,
We was
just homie.
FaceTiming, all of a sudden I started seeing her like, she started getting real smiley on the FaceTime. Like, oh yeah, I'm just over here cooking.
He
She
loves
cheesing big.
to
I'm
say
like,
that.
hold on. This sound like she got like a little squint in the eyes. You know, people be
Oh, the little light skin squint.
yeah. Now I know her. She don't even do that.
Oh my god.
Nah, I know what you're talking about. That is true.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Okay, so like I mentioned to y'all before, I went to go see Mac Ayres. Okay, do y'all know Mac Ayres? No, I'm the only person.
They probably heard their
Mac Dre.
songs
I
before.
know Mac Dre.
Oh my god.
Very different.
Okay.
Tell me more
Very
about
different
that.
artist. Okay, so he's like a soul singer or whatever, but his biggest song is called Easy, and I was listening to it at the concert, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so romantic. But the song is like, it goes like, oh, I can say the loving you was easy. I don't need to prove a single thing. Blah 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 blah. So, what do you guys think makes loving each other easy? And you kind of touched on it a little bit because it was like a natural friendship. But like now that you're in the relationship, what makes loving each other easy?
That's a good one. I think it feels easy because it's not something I have to. It's something that I choose to do and something I do intentionally. But it's easy because I don't think about it in the sense of like, even though I'm choosing to do it, I'm not like sitting there thinking like, I guess I gotta love him today.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
not a
it's like
chore.
I'm excited about it.
We
Yeah.
talked about this.
Yeah.
We debated about this the last show where we were saying like, is love a choice or
Yes.
is it a natural thing?
I was saying that it's a choice.
I think chemistry is natural. I think love should always be a choice.
That's a good way to
Yeah.
put it. I was saying it was both.
Okay.
I was saying it was both because I feel like, yeah, it's natural in the beginning, but the fact that like the work is like a choice, like an active. What do y'all think?
I feel like for me, it's easy because I know myself. And I knew what I'd done up until this point. And I always making fun of it. Like, I've walked out of relationships that people would have suggested that I stayed in. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't feel what I needed to feel in order to commit so much time and energy to it. So I would almost like hurt myself. I'll be crying too, like, yeah, we gotta break up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing this because that is I need to be true to myself. So this is easy because I know that if I didn't feel that if I didn't feel that connection, I am the type of person that will leave. I don't stay in anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's a good meter for me, and I never feel that way. And I think also who I am naturally, I don't present myself as anybody else. So I don't really have a facade to keep up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I ain't feeling 100%, like I don't gotta like put on to her. It's like, no, I go to her because she gonna make me feel better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling 75%, I'm like, hey, babe, I don't really know how I'm feeling about this thing. And she be like, look at you. Don't forget who you are. Look at yourself in the mirror. You the man. You know what I'm saying? And like, I leave the house with a battery pack. So yeah, it's just really easy to be me and like a better version of me.
We have someone in a comment, extra not never. I'm not sure who that is. But it says loving someone is easy when they want to put in the same energy as you. These two seem like they genuinely like each other. You know what? That's another thing. Like there's people that love each other and don't like each other.
Yeah.
Like I think it's amazing to be able to be with someone and actually like them.
Yeah.
And
Because
you should
that's not it's I know a lot of relationships.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So being on this side of like my life right now and being able to experience like love and just like so much like abundance, I like it's hindsight is 20/20, and I know it's a lot of people who are like in these situations like right now, but that it ain't supposed to. All that shit we about love being hard and all that shit. That is some bullshit.
Oh, okay.
That is bullshit. And I that doesn't mean life is hard, right? So if you're doing life with somebody, the life shit is gonna continue to be hard, right?
But it's not the love part. That's
the love
hard.
ain't hard.
Love
Like
should be
he
easy.
punched me in the head, like, but we still in love. I understand that's some real people shit, but that's not what it's supposed to be. Or like you got to sit in your car, like, man, I gotta go in here and see this bitch tonight. Like people literally do that. Like dudes do that. Like that's not what you're supposed to be.
Right.
You're just too fearful to deal with the consequence of leaving,
Oh,
and that's different than.
because people are afraid to be alone. People
And
are
that's
afraid to be
selfish.
alone. Yeah.
And you're hurting yourself continuously, and you're just postponing their hurt too.
You're hurting yourself, you're hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're afraid to be alone and you holding on to them for the companionship instead of like the true like sharing each other with each other.
Right, and then you're
Yeah.
cheating yourself too, because then also is it like really companionship if you don't really even fuck with this person? Like they just taking up space.
You're cheating
just a
yourself when you
spaceholder.
could be
Yeah,
onto somebody else that
that's reciprocating the energy you
Yeah.
want to give out. Yeah.
precisely.
Actually, I
Period.
never said. I said that last week. Love should not be hard.
Oh, that sounds like Corey.
Period. I think it is.
That is Corey.
I knew. You know what made me realize it was Corey? The period. It just made me
When
realize
he gonna
that
come out of here with
that it was Corey. And I think he changes his name every week too. So that definitely must be him.
right.
What do you think, Moni, about what you were asking Davonte and Chaun?
What makes loving people easy?
Mhm.
I just think that when it's organic, like they were saying, when you just like really bond with that person, like off top, and you guys have a mutual understanding that like that you're like not going anywhere, and that it's like it doesn't feel like you're being held back, and that I feel like that takes a lot of communication too.
Can I add in
Yeah.
a very important thing that
Let
we
me see what
talk
you're gonna
about?
say. What I was, because I was thinking something too.
All right, this might not be it. Don't get too excited. 'Cause this might not be that. Partnership.
That's not what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but that's super important. I think you hear like relationships or being in love, but nobody ever talks about being a partner.
Just had this
So
conversation.
you, like for me, and I know this to be true for her, when we didn't even know each other, she was working on herself.
Yep.
I was working on myself. And I was working on myself being the best version of me, but that made me able to be a better partner, right? Being more self-aware,
Right.
understanding what I had to bring to the table, having better communication skills. Like, people don't think about the partnership aspect, and
Yeah.
we're on a team. We're on the same team. People are in competition in relationships.
Yeah.
But when you think like, no, we on the same team, we trying to build the same things, and we need to be like partnership fits, right? Like a team fit. If you're gonna go into business with somebody, you want to have a good, partner for that. So that's kind of where I look at it. Like I have a partner. Yeah, fiance, all that stuff, but
Because
partner
really, it
more
is your
than
life partner.
that.
It's
Yeah,
not.
we doing this
That's
shit
what we
together.
doing here,
It's
right?
not just about you being in love. You guys have to fucking take care of a house, take care of children,
Right.
fucking, I don't know.
Saying about the gram and like goals and all
Exactly.
that. It's about the real shit. Like when there's trauma and drama in the family and there's all types of stuff going on. Like who can you count on? Like,
Right.
That's the real stuff.
So what were
got
you-
a 10-year-old kid? Yeah, I'm just thinking like on all that stuff. It's there's real things that happen, and that's what I talked about. Life being hard, and everybody does. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has their things, but it's about who has things that are compatible with your risk tolerance or your tolerance to deal with. Like everybody got issues, but are those issues like to my strengths?
Right.
I feel like my issues are to her strengths. But yeah.
I see when you were talking, I was like, dang, I forgot what I was gonna say, and I forgot my point. And then when you said that, it brought me back. Well, I think that like my mindset when I was also dating is like when you're in the dating phase, you shouldn't be working to try to like change someone, right? So you don't necessarily even need to even give feedback on how things are going, because let that person show up as who they are. When you try to do that, you're trying to mold them into something that you want, but clearly they ain't that. So let them show up as who they are, and then see if that's who they showing up as and who you showing up as collide.
100%.
And if it don't, if it's great, then it's great, and if it don't, then that's okay too.
100%. And that's why I was speaking on last week about how you have to have like your self-esteem intact, because you're not going to be like, you're not going to flow and adjust to what this person wants just because you want companionship
Right.
with that person. You're going to show up as yourself, and they going to like it or they not going to like it.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you're going to be like, well, I was my best self because I was 100% myself.
Exactly.
So,
And just because somebody fails to see the worth or value that you bring doesn't mean it's diminished.
big
So,
facts.
And see,
and what you got? And you got something. Come on.
And I would say that people get together, right? And they talk about compromise.
Right.
But you gotta compromise, though. That's okay. You gotta no. you don't compromise who you are.
Right.
Compromise, like, you know what? I'll wash dishes more often. You know what I'm saying? Or like just some like that
Stuff
type
like
of things.
that.
But like if you're an emotional person and your partner is telling you that you're too emotional, you need to be less emotional, the reality
ain't
is
your
that's a part of
partner.
who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be trying to compromise those aspects of yourself because now you're compromising your happiness and your ability to be
Right.
free.
Right.
So, but if somebody's like, well, you know, could you pay some time on some shit? You know, something like that. Those are compromisable things.
Right.
But yeah.
I love that clip. I'm sorry. I love that clip of Eartha Kitt. I don't know if y'all seen it. When
Yes.
she was like, compromise. Compromise. And a lot of people don't listen to the full thing because she says at the end, she's like, yeah, relationships are beautiful, but you're sharing yourself with somebody else. It's not like you're compromising for what? As far as like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
But y'all
That
touched on
definitely
it.
hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean said something that that brought a thought to my mind because a lot of people disagree with me on this when they say like, oh, well, why don't women just tell men what it is that they're looking for? And I don't feel like that's my job. I feel like it's your job to get to learn me. I don't think that just coming out the gate, I need to just tell you this is what I like in a man. I'm giving you a whole regimen for you to pretend to be somebody until you get what you want.
Yeah.
And then as the relationship goes on, I'm going to start to see the true you instead of the you that you were pretending to be in the beginning. And that's why that's something that I've never done. Like I hate when like when I was dating and I go out on a date with somebody, I hate when like, yeah, so what do you like in a man? Nigga, I'm not finna tell you that.
No.
Like
So you can fake
Like, you
be
know what I
that.
mean?
Be that.
So you
Because-
can
I
fake
never
be
thought
that.
about that part of it.
Yeah, like I just feel like I'm giving you a cheat sheet to be a pretender. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never gonna ask a man like, so what do you like in a woman? Because even if it's intentional or subconsciously,
You're gonna
you're
subconsciously,
gonna do that because like, oh, I want him to like me or I want her to like me because, and this is what they like. So this is what I'm gonna try to be. And then you're gonna get bored of that because it's not your true self. And then when something happens, that person is gonna see who you truly are because you don't know how to handle it because you weren't really being your true self from the beginning. So I always just feel like I've always told myself whoever I'm going to be with needs to take the time to learn me. Like period. You know, and like Teddy said too, Davonte. I have to stop calling this man Teddy. Like Davonte said, shut up.
Davonte Green on LinkedIn.
Because all I hear in my head is DJ Teddy. DJ
I know.
Teddy. DJ Teddy. I
still
got to get that out of my
phone
head.
as Teddy. I'm like, he's not.
That's
Teddy
funny.
No more.
Like what Davonte said, when it comes to relationships, people miss the partnership. And me and my boyfriend were just talking about this. Like it was like randomly, I don't know why I just had a thought, but I was like, I just thank you for being a great partner. Like the way that we're able to like work out stuff so that we can each get through our day how we need to get, whether it be like we gotta switch cars or we gotta do this or do that or pay this bill or put this money here or put gas in the car. It's like it's just been so easy flowing when it comes to that. And you never know, like it's like some people say like, oh, it seems like your relationship is perfect. Like no relationship is perfect, but relationships can be so easy if you just learn to communicate and understand that you're a team. It's not just about, people make relationships sound like chores or something that needs to happen or something that you need to be in.
Man,
and
it's the
literally
best shit that ever happened to me. My skin looking good. I'm drinking water. Like I'm using the bathroom regularly. This is like no lie.
A blessing
This
because
is
the last few days, it's not been pretty. Don't take iron pills.
Oh,
wow.
You guys.
hit a nerve.
Yeah.
Drink water.
Hit a nerve.
Hit a nerve. I'm sorry.
But I feel you. Happiness, look,
Yeah.
happiness has put some weight on
Got
you,
her
girl.
some booty. It's true.
careful because it might put too much.
I know.
I know.
I'm gonna try.
Unhappiness
Yeah.
puts weight on you as well. I'm a living
I'ma
testament.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, let me get in the comments real
Yeah.
quick. So, hold on. Let me make sure because it seemed like it got a little bit of crazy.
Yeah.
before this.
Flourishes
Okay.
too.
So he said he's spot on. It's a partnership, a team. You lift each other up, not just one person more than the other, I think he said. Absolutely. Never compromise yourself and your values, morals. It's okay to compromise duties and responsibilities in a relationship, but that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Black Car 5 said, don't tell all because people tend to mold themselves into the person they want. I think he meant want.
He said won't.
I think that might but sometimes iPhone be autocorrect into that. It be irritating me.
That ain't the case.
Like a stupid person. He says, but cursing is good to let someone know what you want to an extent because
Corey's getting it confused.
That's a typo because they aren't willing to give you that. You can cut ties right then and there. Okay, so I get what you're saying. So basically, I don't have a problem with telling a person what my intentions are or what my goals are with them or just with myself or where I see myself as in a relationship. But I'm not going to tell you what specifically it is I like in a man. Like because as a matter of fact, like I don't even have a true type.
Like, I like dudes that rub my feet.
Yeah, I like somebody. I like somebody who's funny, or I like somebody like Moni said who rubs my feet, or I like for a man to do this for me. I like for a man to do that with me. Like women do that so much. Just from I can't say all women, but most women that I know, I've seen them do that, and I'm like, bitch, you are stupid as hell.
I'm laughing because you don't know. You haven't even experienced what truly makes you feel the way that you're looking for. How do you know?
And that's why I say I've never had a type. Like I've never had a type. Like if you look at the guys that I've dated, you'll be like, bitch, it's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Have you seen any of my exes? Mm-hmm. Are you blind?
No, you're right.
They don't. So it's really a personality thing. It's a case by case thing, and it's how that person makes me feel. It's how our personalities match. How a mesh, I meant to say, and then how I communicate with them as well. Like if I can't get anything through to you, or if we can't communicate without bickering about dumb shit, or it's communication is a huge thing for me because I don't like, and I've told you this too, even when it comes to friendships, I don't like for my friendships to feel like that's my nigga. Like if something wrong with you, say what the fuck is wrong with you. I'm not finna keep asking you over and over and you moping and all that other shit.
I'm not
a girl. Do stuff like that.
I'm not a girl that's gonna be like, oh, nothing's wrong, but you should know what's wrong.
Like that girl in the video when she was like, no.
A, B, and C.
The guy's name was Junior. She was like, oh, Junior, no, just leave me alone. I want to talk to you. He was like, fine. And she was like, are you serious right now? You really just going to leave?
No mixed signals.
And he was like,
no.
He was like, you just told me you wanted me to leave you alone. She was like, yeah, that means you need to find out what's wrong with me. And I was like, I can't. It's so unhealthy. I can't.
No, you know what's so funny? I want to mention about like talking about the shit that you like. My mom, when she was like getting to know my dad, she asked him like, "Oh, do you like to travel?
Do you like to
travel?" And he was like, "Yeah. Y'all like to travel." You think them niggas went anywhere besides Vegas and San Diego?
Wow.
But it lasted. So
but people do that too, though. Right. People do that too. Corey said, and his beard flourishes too. You can tell he's doing right by you. LOL. Oh, he's talking about my boyfriend. Okay. Blackheart 5 said communication and comprehension.
Yes. 100%.
People do not comprehend, but you know why? Because a lot of people in relationships listen to respond, and they don't listen. They're waiting for the person to finish talking just for them to get their point across. A lot of people don't listen to take in to say, oh, okay, I see what you're saying, and people need to clarify what they mean when they're communicating with their partner, because you can say something and then people have too much pride sometimes to say, actually, I didn't mean it like that. It's just like, I said what I said. That's the new thing now.
Hey, could y'all, all right, curious, everybody I think it's a hot term to say communication. I think I hear communication a lot.
You think it's like a buzzword?
It's a buzzword. I know. I really would like to hear like elaboration on what people think about when they say communication.
To me, it's explaining what it is that you mean by whether it be your actions or something that you said, because I can say something to somebody, which I know because I'm an Aries, and my communication is definitely Aries, and I'm a very direct person, so I can say something to somebody and they take it a certain way, and so I have to be very specific as to, okay, when I said this is what I meant, to make sure that I'm not hurting that other person. Also being very open and vulnerable, because a lot of people are like, they're action people. Like they do everything by action. They don't communicate how they feel, or what it is that they specifically want either. So when I say communication, I mean that, just like everything being put out on the table so that everybody knows what's going on and everybody is on the same page. Not you having to guess because you said a little bit of this and you did a little bit of that, and now I have to assume which way it is that you're going and what it is that you're doing. You get what I'm saying? That's what communication is to me.
I think that one of the biggest things that somebody can have in a relationship to be a better communicator is self-awareness.
Yes.
You stole that from my brain.
Hey, that one came from you? Hey,
That's
that's why I said, hey, I tried
Most
that.
definitely.
Self-awareness. Because if you didn't think you did nothing wrong, if you don't understand, you know what I mean, you're not going to do it, no way explaining.
Right.
But if it's like, hey, I know
That's
how this
true.
could come across. You know,
That's
da-da-da.
true. But
Yeah.
even when we have conversation, I say I don't think I did anything wrong, but it's up to him to say, okay, well, this is how I feel. Did you mean it this way or did you not mean it this way? And then there's also things that I'm able to work on. Like you said, you don't have to compromise yourself, but there are certain things that you have when you're self-aware. I know that there's things that I struggle with, so I know that I blow up about things that I don't need to blow up about. So if he's telling me like, you know what, babe, I didn't like that you said this or did this and blah blah, and I've talked to you about this before, like, you know, we have conversations of where do you think that comes from, and why are you so defensive when I'm not even attacking you? Like, we're having a conversation. Like me, I always think, most time, not always, sometimes when we're having a disagreement, I automatically think that we're arguing. But it's just a disagreement. But see, I get flared up, and now I'm getting loud, and I'm being snappy and being a smart ass. And now that's making it worse because I'm not comprehending and I'm not really listening. I just want to get my point across because I don't feel like I was wrong. Yeah. So once again, being silent, comprehending, like he said, and listening to what it is that he was saying to me, now it's like, okay, you know what, I am aware of that, and that is still something that I'm working on. So self-awareness does have a lot to, like you said, does have a lot to do with it, because if you don't know certain things about yourself or know where certain things stem from as far as why you do or say certain things, it doesn't even matter anyway if the person is saying something to you.
Yeah. I feel like I've had that experience with you before too, but it's like I know how to communicate and not really like, a lot of people might get frustrated, like just with us having a friendship, a lot of people would get frustrated and be like, oh, never mind. But I'm like, no, I have to express it.
Prime example, she didn't like that I would be on my phone during the show. She said it was distracting to her, and I'm like, why is that bothering you? She's like, well, because it's just us two on the show, and I feel like you're not listening to me because you're looking at your phone. I'm like, well, has there ever been a time where I didn't respond to you while we were on the show? Like,
she
I'm automatically
with rebuttals instead of listening.
Exactly. So then she was like, you know what? I feel like you just disregarding everything I'm saying. I feel like you just kind of like, I forgot the specific word she used, but she basically was like, I feel like you don't care about what I'm saying, and I feel like you're just disregarding everything I'm saying, and it's just saying, like, basically you still gonna be on your phone. So then I felt bad, and after I read that, I was like, let me call, because this texting back and forth, like, it ain't working. And then we had a phone conversation, and we talked it out, and it ain't been a problem since then, because I got on the phone, and I said, you know what, I'm sorry, I see why when you read that text, it looked like I was saying this, which I was. But let me tell you, I'm on my phone because this, and that. So now we need to come up with a different plan to where when we're on the show, I shouldn't have to still be telling people what to do on how to get on the chat or that we're live or whatever. These will be things I'll be more prompt so that I can do these things before the show. So once I'm on the show, you have my full attention, because that's something I have to compromise for her, because not me. If she was on her phone, that doesn't bother me, but I have a problem with thinking that everybody should just be able to do what I can do.
And
that's an issue that I struggle with.
There's two things that come to mind. So one is intention versus impact. Right? Like, you can have a positive intention, but you still need to own your impact.
Exactly.
Right? And I think in relationships,
that's a good
you think because you're well intentioned that the impact don't matter. Like when you brought up the example of like if y'all got into a situation and he's like, well, I know you didn't think you did nothing wrong, but this is how I feel about what you did regardless.
Right.
We have to acknowledge the fact that I feel this way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The other thing.
Well, I'll say we had one of those last week.
What was that?
With Tuesday with This Is Us.
Oh yeah. So So
I'm so happy other people watch this.
Hey, we love Randall. Hey, Randall, my mentor, man. I look up to Randall.
Randall is the fucking guy. Randall is the guy.
Hey, so we had something last week that she just kind of talked about, like busy as hell. We both been mad busy, traveling a lot for work, doing a lot. It's a lot going on.
The night before, we was also traveling again.
Yep. And I've been working like nonstop. And I've been almost feeling guilty, especially like with the like family time and all that stuff. Like when I try to steal a minute away from myself. For like the last 2 times I tried to get a minute to myself, she either talked to me. You know what I'm saying? I was laying in the bed and I finally like laid down just for a second. I was like watching like an interview or something. Like no, I was watching Godfather Harlem. I just wanted to watch an episode.
Yeah.
Finally sat down. She was like, hey, you ready to do this budget stuff?
Because I thought you were trying to put
I'm
it
like,
off.
1 minute. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. And then as another day, the Tuesday day.
No, this is the same day.
This is the same day?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sitting on the stool,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like doing something on my phone.
You were putting a playlist together for something for the, I don't know.
I was doing something. And I guess This Is Us supposed to come on, right? And the week before, I invited Danny over to watch the basketball game. So, like, she was like, she had, like, weird energy. I don't know. It was just a misunderstanding. Now, I had got snappy, though. Mm-hmm. And then after it, I was like, hey.
I got annoyed. He got snappy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is why I got snappy. You know what I mean? I've been feeling like I just need just a moment to myself. When that moment, I don't feel like I can have it. I just felt like very like frustrated in that time. But I communicated that with her. She didn't have to say, hey, what's wrong with you?
Right.
That's the self-aware part.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't have to be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right.
The other side of that for me, so for him it was showing up as I'm getting attitude because we're not watching This Is Us, but for me it was showing up as like, hey, I miss my friend, like this is our Tuesday routine, watching this together. And my love language is also like quality time is a big part of it. So it's just like, yes, like this is our routine, quality time, and he's like, oh, actually I'm about to do this thing. So like that's why I was annoyed. But it wasn't until we talked about it that we realized like he also was just like, dang, I just wanted a moment to myself because we have had a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, dang, but I miss you. Like,
Yeah.
So
So you had to figure out like what was important to each of you. Yeah.
And honorable for those
Self-awareness.
things, yeah.
Self-awareness. Okay, let me catch up in the comments really quick so they don't think I'm ignoring them. So Corey said we all have a type, kind of. It's inherent. I don't know what he's saying.
It's inherent. Like it's within you.
Especially if one looks to their parents or other family relationships as a blueprint.
Familial.
True. Yeah.
I don't know my type.
It's not inherent if you're looking at models. If I'm looking at examples, that's not
Physical or like just personality wise? That would be the question.
Gates 20. Hi, Jazz. Jazz is in the chat.
Jasmine.
She said communication is just expressing what's going on in your head. We all process things differently, so it's important to pinpoint those feelings rather than everyone playing the guessing game. Yes.
Sure.
Yes. D girl. I think that's Dana Dane. She said facts.
Dana Dane.
I miss Jasmine. We miss you. You have to come on our show.
I know.
We
With your
haven't seen you in
blonde hair.
She does have blonde hair right now, huh? Wait,
Yes.
Davonte, you just saw her hair blonde right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shout out to Jasmine Gates, man.
You
She
didn't know
had me
who.
on
You
last
didn't know
week.
who.
I did.
He was
She
so
had me on her
confused
show
right
last
now.
week. That was
Play
dope, man.
along.
He was just going.
No, I did know who it was, but I didn't want to
I saw
jump
Gates,
in
so I
there.
knew which Jasmine it
Yeah.
was when I saw
Hey,
Gates.
she's dope, man. I'm a huge supporter, fan, advocate for Jasmine. She's doing great things, and I just appreciate her friendship.
She
So, shout out to
is.
her.
You
She is.
guys touched on it. But this other question that we have is: do you think that couples should meet each other at their imperfections and grow together, or should they come ready, like grow individually first? And I posted this question on my poll, and I'll let y'all know what people said. Because this is a difficult one.
Can you say the question one more time to make sure I'm processing it the right way?
Yeah, sure. So when people become a couple, do you think that they should meet each other where they are, where they are, if they're not fully their full potential, or do you think that they should grow individually and or grow? Yeah.
I think
I
I'm
hope I
somewhere
said
in the
that right.
middle. I think that people should be together when they feel like they are in a healthy mental, emotional state, and they feel like the expectations that they have from a partner are realistic. I feel like the harm in like trying to wait until you're like the ideal like version of yourself, like everybody's growing, and just with us being together for the past 3 years, 3.5, depending on the day, or 3 and whatever. Like we've been able to grow so much just from like being in our relationship. Like that's a part of like being together,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
What? Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because the question is funny, given that like we got a solid ass relationship, right? This some good shit we got going here. But I was like just thinking about how much better I've gotten since we have been together.
Right.
If I would have waited to get to this point till I got with you, I would. You know what I mean? It's just
because you don't know what would happen if we hadn't got together.
I'm just saying you don't have to wait till somebody reach their full potential.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in agreement with you, given that like I put a lot of work into myself. You put a lot of work into yourself individually. So when we did meet each other, we had something to work with, and it wasn't like anything toxic.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you should intentionally try to be healthy, understand like what their unhealthy dating patterns are or whatever. Like, if their expectations are unrealistic, like, understand like what's really important to them in a relationship. And if you got those things, then go ahead and get your person. Like, you don't need to wait till you, I don't know, perfect. Ain't no perfect.
get
You
no
evolving
person,
every
man.
day. Like,
Also, let's say ain't no go
get
get
your
no.
person.
You ain't going to go to the supermarket. Just go get your person.
Baby.
I'm about to go get me a
You're
person.
right.
Y'all want something from the person store?
You don't get what you want. You attract it. So I think
Get your
one
person.
of the
Why is that different?
because the worst time to get with you is when I got with you, which is also the best time. Like, all right, that's
deep.
confusing.
That's deep.
So like, you friends, partners, you attract the better. I'm thinking like the higher the quality. Usually you attract like people. So if you're investing in yourself, your mind, your spirit, your body, whatever it is, your own investment into yourself, you just start attracting those type of people. Like, ain't no go get them.
That's true.
Go
But
get them by
sometimes
becoming better.
Some fuck people could slide right on through the cracks.
Yes, they can.
And I think that part of you is fuck. I think that if a fuck person is attracted to you, for the most part, there's some work that you have to do or there's something that you're doing to attract these people. I believe
agree with that. I agree with that.
Or they're not being authentic.
Yeah,
I think it's
when they show themselves.
the authentic part, because I've never been a fuck person to anybody. So
no, not that you a fuck person.
Let's get them call in right now.
I don't
please.
have any
Call
fuck
in.
qualities.
Not that
Call
you
in
a
at
fuck person,
310.
but there's something that you might not speaking on you specifically, but there's something that you might need to work on that is like that a fuck person is like bait for a fuck person.
Right.
True. Keith said, meet where you are. Corey said, y'all talking about nonverbal communication too. That's important. Keith said, because you don't know how much time you got to live, grow together.
Cause you gonna die soon.
Oh Lord,
gosh.
don't talk to
You
Keith
gonna
about.
die soon.
Danny said, okay, hold on, sorry. Oh, sorry. I keep hearing myself like echoing talking. I think it's on somebody else's phone.
Yeah.
So it says, so Danny said, I feel everyone is growing, even if you feel you reach the pinnacle for yourself, you should definitely grow together. Everyone's saying that they miss each other. T. Dallas said, nonverbal communication is the segue to nonverbal communication is the segue to that vital verbal communication. Women are mad nonverbal communicators.
Blanket
Let's not
statement. This
generalize.
also. I'm not supporting no blanket statements. But what I would say is, how do you not grow? Everybody grows. Now, you can grow separately. You can grow in the way that you're not trying to grow, but everybody does grow. In a way, you can grow your worst habits more so. Like, so I don't think there's the option to say, like, grow together or don't grow together. Are we growing together in the same direction? Are we growing together in the direction that we want to? Are we growing intentionally? If you're alive, there's some type of growth that happens.
That's true.
I had a point and I lost it, and I'm mad about it.
My friend, while you come on that point, so let me just say the poll results. So a lot of people voted on this, and 24 people said individually first, and 3 people said grow together. 24 to 3.
Are those 3 in a relationship?
Let me see.
Just check. Let's check the stats.
Shaun is
Yes,
me.
it was Robin. She was on our last. We love to see it with Felix. He's not, and I don't know this person.
Oh, okay. So we
Yeah.
can't really. Okay.
But there's a lot of people in here that are in relationships that said grow individually.
They said
first.
grow individually.
I don't know where this fit, but I
think-
know y'all got an audience, and I just want to give these people these little nuggets right here. People out there in radio land. Also, be about leaving some shit. Identify, like, be real with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, like, damn, is this what I'm trying to do? If it's too much, like, it's okay to leave, because through leaving, you're able to take those learnings and apply it to your new situations. But people stay in relationships way too long because they scared to leave. They feel like they owe this person. One of the best things I did was, like, leave.
Yeah. I think that honestly it's a case by case thing. I definitely do think that you need to either be in the process of getting to know yourself first. Even if you haven't completely grown, I think that it's important for you to know yourself before trying to be in a committed relationship, because
100%.
women are such emotional creatures to where we will depend on a man to love for us, like to have enough love for himself and us. Like I can only
men
speak,
do
I can
that
only,
too, though.
They do.
Yeah,
I can only
that
speak
don't
for
work.
I can only speak for some women that I know. I know that like it never works out for them. And they're always like, oh well, you know, it's like I feel like he don't love me enough. And then when I think about certain things that, you know, they may say or things like that, I'm like, well, do you love yourself? Because
That was
I
my
see
first
how you
question,
I see how you treat yourself. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like you have to. I feel like every person, whether it be man or woman, needs to take the time to know what it's like to be by themselves and to know what they want for themselves. Not completely, because, like I said, it could be a case by case thing.
Right.
Like you can grow within a relationship and know so much about yourself from being in a relationship. I don't regret any of my relationships, only because I've learned so much about myself. Like I've grown in each one. It's like each relationship I can say exactly what it is that I've learned. You know what I'm saying?
Word to Master P. A L is not a loss, it's a lesson.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, that's just, so I think it's a case by case thing. I don't think that because sometimes it takes people a long time to grow. So it's like you're just going to be single for whenever you grow. Like people are still,
That's true.
Women change consistently.
But it
Like,
ain't nothing wrong with
women
being
change.
single.
It's not, but women change more than men, even in marriage. So it's like,
You think so?
yes.
You just see the data.
You have
I'm
to.
just kidding.
You
I
have
didn't see
to.
it either.
Tell us more.
I feel like you. And we've talked about this too. You definitely have to constantly remarry like a woman
person?
within a marriage, like because there's going to be things like the women's body changes, like her thoughts change as she gets older. Like we constantly do that.
How's
Like,
that
and I
different
could
for
just-
men, though, like on the other side of that.
I just feel like once men get to a certain age, they're pretty much like stuck in their ways as far as like character, not really like goals, but as far as like when it comes to, okay, this is the man I'm gonna be to this person. This is how I love them. This is how I am as a person. Now, if it's something that they have like alcohol abuse or something like that, those certain things can change. But I feel like as far as character, men are going to be who they're going to be once they reach to a certain age. And I just feel like women, because of all the different things that we go through, we just constantly like change. Like all of a sudden we can, like, I feel like we have midlife crisis just like men do.
Physically, also, like just on a hormonal aspect, like, and
That
that should
too.
affect you.
Absolutely.
I'm
there.
just speaking.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking based off of like marriages that I've seen and that I have to look up to. Like my grandparents have been married for over 50 years, and my grandma is definitely not the same person that she was since I was little. Like it's certain things that she liked, and now all of a sudden she don't like that no more. Or certain things that she used to do and how she communicate, all of a sudden she don't want that no more. She want this, and it's just like you gotta guess. So
That's
it's like you have to
interesting.
constantly keep relearning. Like this person,
That
her
sounds
as a woman.
beautiful,
My
though,
grandpa,
if it's the right
it's
person.
not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But my grandfather he's my grandpa. Like he's not there. He doesn't like switch up. They don't really like switch up like women do. In my opinion, just from long lasting marriages that I have seen.
I see what you mean.
But I just feel like Chaun said, I think it's a case by case thing. I don't think that everybody should have to wait. It depends on the person and how their growing process is going. But I don't think there's anything wrong with growing with that person if you guys are on the same journey of growth.
My friend, she had a really good response to this. She didn't vote on I don't think she voted on this poll, but okay, the question that I actually posted on the poll was, what do you think should come first before you get into a relationship? Individual growth or growth together? And she said, I feel like this is such a broad question that most people think they know the answer to. I truly believe that there are some people on this earth who don't know how to do things alone, weren't taught or weren't given the tools to help to be strong enough to figure things out on their own. So if you find someone that's willing to be open, transparent, non-judgmental, someone that's willing to grow with you, that's deep, that's true love, and this person is married. I don't completely agree with that, especially we touched on it earlier and I wanted to bring it up. There was a tweet that I came across that said like, don't leave a man, teach him how to love you.
No,
Hey man, hold on. Hey.
you can't makeup.
I
don't want that love.
Let's shut all this toxic shit down.
Right.
I'm not
now.
supporting no toxic
That's what I felt like
nothing.
too, and I was thinking like, damn, that Music Soul Child song, "Teach Me How to Love." I was like, damn, that's kind of like, no, nigga, like you learn how to do that, and you could come back to me. But I think maybe she meant in the aspect of like teaching them how to do shit as a person, not teaching them how to love you, but how to like be a person. And I kind of disagree with that as well.
I don't think you can
I don't
train
know.
or teach a man to do anything that he doesn't want to do.
I don't think you should want to.
I don't think you should want to do that either. I don't want that type of responsibility.
That's not. Then you're just in a relationship with yourself, like,
Right.
If you're trying to like make somebody be something.
You know,
else.
you know
That takes
something.
a lot of
And
energy
who
out of you.
qualified you to be the teacher?
Right, because
Like,
who's to say
that's
that
my
you
question.
are at a point to where you can do that? Exactly.
You attracted
Exactly.
me, so there's something about you that's very similar to whatever I'm going through right now. What qualifies you to like mold me? I'm just very confused in terms of like, I think people's lack of humility in terms of where they are. It's like, let me judge you, and like, let me see what we can change about you.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other end of that is like I said earlier, you attract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You attract people based off what you put out, where you are, so I don't know.
What
don't
I
know.
can say is that women that I've heard say like, oh, I had to teach him how to do this and teach him how to do that. When he decides not to do something for himself, you mad.
And,
But
like,
you've
what's
been
some
doing it
things that
for
you
him.
heard?
Case in point.
You've been doing
My
it for
sister.
him. So now it's like,
Not even to try to put them on blast, but she talked about this on the show before. So my sister, she was with her kids' fathers, and she was like 16. They got married. They had a baby when they was 19. They got married and all of that. So when she was 16, she was like doing his homework and helping him with shit like that, helping him fill out job applications because she thought it was cute. But then as you get older and it's time to like fill out apartment applications, and you know you got to pick up an extra job to pay the rent, that shit ain't cute to try to like be the nurse to him no more, because you looking at him like, well, shit, I'm not the man. Like you, especially with us having my dad as an example and seeing how he take care of shit, and then being with somebody that's not the same energy, it's like, what the fuck I need you for? Like, then I just, you dead weight at this point. And not to talk bad on my brother-in-law or whatever, but that was the thing that rifted them apart, because as you said, women change in marriage. So she started like from 19 to 25. I don't know how I think they were like 25 when they divorced or whatever. But it was like, it
gets
gets
tiring.
tiring because you're taking energy.
Yeah,
Especially when you have
I've seen that, and it's like, but I've literally seen people in marriage where it's just like, oh, well, I got to do this and I got to do that, and let me teach you how to do this. But then it's like when something comes up and they don't want to do it, and they don't take the initiative to do something, like, then you're mad. But it's like, but you get mad when they try to do something, and then when they don't try to do something, you're mad too. Like, you need to choose. You can't teach a man or set a man up to have this, because then they're going to get comfortable in that.
You can't want them to be your child and your man.
Exactly. You can't have both. And
Speaking of children,
I'm speaking on that just because I've seen it happen. It's just like, I'd be like, well, why are you mad?
Yeah.
It's just a true question. Like, why are you mad?
So my daughter, right? She has her bathroom at the house, and I be like, "Hey, Malaya, go and make sure you clean up your bathroom." I go in there, the towel like balled up, you know what I'm saying, on a sink or whatever. And instead of being like, "Hey, I thought I asked you to hang this up," like, "Hey, I actually hadn't taught her how to hang up a towel or explain to her why it's important to hang your towel up that's wet." And so I'm like, "Hey, babe, grab the towel. We're gonna straighten it out. We want to hang it up so it doesn't mildew."
This is a true story,
Right? This just happened the other day. So it doesn't mildew. And you do it like this right now. Here, you go ahead and try it out. I'm teaching her.
Right.
I'm not just expecting her to do shit because I said to do it, right? And I
Exactly.
think that even when you say like you can't have your man be your man and your child, teaching is teaching. You coaching somebody up. Like, I learned a lot from Chaun. I would like, she's a lot better at budgeting than I am. You know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, I'm gonna teach this nigga how to budget.
No.
You know what I'm
That's so
saying?
Yeah.
funny because Robin taught Felix how to budget. That's so funny.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. So there's things that you
See,
naturally pick up, but if you're a partner,
It wasn't
if you're
it wasn't no budget before I got in this relationship. It was just, I had money, so I'm gonna spend it.
Man, my account for like 3 months was negative $924. That's because it was hitting me with a 30. I was living savage, and she knew about it. She still liked me.
she still like me.
Also true.
But it's true. It's true, and it's not always a bad thing. I'm not saying you can't learn. I've learned a lot being in, my relationship, but some women feel like they try to force things.
But
I'm not going to say all.
If we're partners, it's natural that we're going to teach each other stuff.
True.
But you need to have some basic building blocks.
You can't teach somebody to love you, though. That was my point. You just can't teach somebody how to love
That's
you.
the way it relates to loving you. I think that's where it is. But
you can teach somebody a lot of things, but I don't know if I want to teach
but
somebody
if you feel
how
like
to
you
love
raising
me.
them, also, I still feel like I don't know.
I think
but I'm not.
I'm gonna know that before I get in.
I think you can love somebody and still not be a good partner for that person.
I agree.
Ooh.
Yeah. Corey said, Davonte. Corey said, not everyone grows. Sometimes that growth is just a way to keep someone around. So it's fake. T Dollar said, true, extra, not ever. Oh, he was saying his name. He said true. T Dollar said, hell yeah, women change way more. Oh, hell yeah, women change more, way more. Jazz said, I think men change too. I've seen my dad love my mom differently within the past 20 years.
That's beautiful to me.
T Dollar said Michelle Obama herself said at 50 years of age and happily married, she was still learning herself and changing. And he also said, yeah, but for years she cultivated and nurtured that lack of initiative. Whatever kind of seed planted, that's exactly what's going to grow.
Deep.
That is true.
Oh, y'all some deep niggas today.
I'm gonna be looking. Never mind.
I be looking what?
Nothing.
I be looking what? Tell me.
You just look high right now. You might just be sleepy.
That 100%. 100% sleepy.
I feel like you're iron, but you shouldn't even take the iron because you still sleepy.
I know.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, so we gonna jump back to some fun stuff, some fun couple stuff, okay?
Yeah.
And we gonna hop into the trending topics real quick.
Before the fun stuff, because the trending topics aren't really fun to me right now. It's actually
They're
very
not.
sad.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Somber. So trending topics, we're gonna talk about Pops and Popeyes. So as you guys saw last week, Pops passed away. He was 78, 77.
Yes. So we found out
John Witherspoon, for anybody that may not be cultured in the chat,
Y'all
and
better
doesn't know who
Pops,
Pops
just
is.
Google
I
it.
hope this is not insensitive, but
In what?
seems fitting.
Insensitive.
Oh, I thought you had some incentives. So, you got some incentives, right?
You know, Davonte actually wins something almost every time he comes on our
That's
show.
Word.
Even at our live show. You won a $20 gas
We
card.
don't
Oh,
got
I
nothing
did.
for you.
Yep.
Did
Yeah, I did. I gave it to somebody.
I was thinking like I didn't see that.
I think one of my family needed
At our
members needed
live
some
show.
gas.
He was so impressed with it. He was like, "Oh,
He was like, oh, what's something?
Hey, 'cause when I was young, I remember thinking like, I don't win nothing. I appreciate those.
aw." But anyway, I played this because it's
Wow.
from Friday. Because yes,
It is insensitive.
Well, sorry.
I
Anyway.
was actually really sad. It seems like it. Well, it said that he passed away from natural causes. Like he passed in his sleep. He definitely had a good run.
Oh, man, he did so much with the culture.
100%.
He
Like,
cemented. I think we need to celebrate him. How they would celebrate Jerry Seinfeld. How they would celebrate.
For sure.
'Cause for our
Absolutely.
culture, like he's a great. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like what Pops, regardless of how much money he had, how successful people think he is, what his impact on our culture, I think really like notes.
big icon.
Celebration,
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody made like a list of all of his like accolades and things that he appeared in. It's
Boomerang?
like this
What?
is like
You got-
black
you got
culture.
the mushroom shirt. I need to stop there. Boondocks. Like, come on,
Boondocks.
like
Friday,
Boondocks will never be the
Wayans
same.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Wayans Brothers was funny as hell.
It was.
It needs to be up in the comparisons with like Martin and what's the other one that they Fresh
Jamie
Prince?
Foxx.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Jamie Foxx show?
I did.
Of course I
love
did.
it.
I just
Everybody
Just
watched that show.
asking.
Oh.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean,
Here I go, drinking jazz and
Oh,
nobody
time
knows
to
the words.
get it started. You know what to do.
I can make you dance
If you want me to. That was
The Jamie
so
Foxx, yeah.
black.
Culture.
Yeah, love it.
Dana Dane said, "I wonder if the fire had anything to do with his passing."
Oh, because the air, maybe.
Interesting.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Depends. I don't know. Coordinate. You gotta coordinate. I didn't know that came from him. I thought it came from Ludacris. And my dad was like, Simone.
Wow.
Like, let me get you together.
Corey said, you there are those old ass actors who have been old your whole life and you expect them to live forever. So when they pass, it's like a distant relative passing away.
Yeah. It feel like
because everybody always used to be like,
he always been old.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I
For
feel
sure.
like. But anyway, rest in peace to him. He definitely made his mark in the world, and he is going to be remembered for generations.
For sure. I know a lot of black people are going to hate me, but y'all some ignorant ass niggas. For sure. I'm talking about this fucking Popeye's chicken sandwich.
What's happening? It came back?
So, yes, it came back on Sunday. It came back on Sunday. Let me tell you.
Flexing on Chick-fil-A.
It's the new McRib.
So they were on Twitter talking shit, right? Popeyes is on Twitter talking shit like, Popeye's chicken sandwich comes back November 3rd, and guess what? Chick-fil-A is closed, but Popeye's is open. You can get your chicken sandwich here, blah, blah, this other stuff, like talking shit on Twitter, right? So me and Travis drove past Twitter. Drove past Popeyes. Line was wrapped around Popeyes. I'm like, nah, it ain't never that serious. Like, why?
Also, why was there a wait
it's the
for
hype.
there to be chicken? Like, why was there like a whole month hiatus before?
Because they ran out of
I don't think they ran out. I think that these
getting
chicken
it from?
sandwiches are government issued. That's just what I'm going to say.
You ever seen the
Okay.
Boondocks episode with Pops? About
Yes,
the chicken?
yes.
And they're like, everybody getting sick. It's the chicken flu. Black people was mad. Like, what you mean you ain't got no chicken? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
awful.
literally the exact thing that happened in the
It's
episode.
So, as you guys know, well, you guys should know, when it first came out, there were fights.
Yes.
In lines all the
Jesus,
time. So
fighting over chicken.
now I'm gonna have to post it on our Insta story. But I saw two things. So one, I saw this was a Popeyes in LA, and there was a lady trying to get into the drive-through, even though there were already cars lined up into the drive-through. You probably saw that.
I'm laughing at people fighting over chicken sandwiches.
She's hitting her car on both sides. So she hit the car in the thing, and then you know the large yellow like cement cones that they have.
Oh,
she was
man.
scratching up the side of her car. So then the dude that was in the backseat of her car got out and was like beating on the other person's window, like, "Oh, so you ain't gonna let us get in line?" I'm like, y'all crashing over a chicken sandwich?
Nah,
Like,
hey,
is it really that serious?
Yeah.
It's a spot.
And
Hey,
then
yo, it's a
somebody
spot
just
called
got
Crimson
killed.
Coward. So I live in
It's
we
called
live
what?
in Downey. It's called
Crimson
Crimson
Oh,
Coward. Now that's a chicken sandwich with whooping some ass.
They
So,
pricey.
you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna hit those pockets. But I'm just thinking like I think
I've
it's the
had
hype
better
around the
sick-
chicken sandwich.
No,
It is.
ever since they came out with that, it's been all of these like low key places that came out like, well, we got a chicken sandwich too, and it looks just as delicious. Now I tried the chicken
Did you have
sandwich.
it? I was
It
gonna
look
say,
just as
have you-
delicious.
Now let me
But it
tell
is
y'all
part-
about this chicken sandwich though. Like,
I heard it ain't all that.
it's delicious. It ain't worth all of that. I'm not standing in line
Did you
for
just
it.
pull up and get the chicken sandwich and
This
was
is
out
the
of
thing.
there?
My sister picked it up for me. It was like the very start of the hype. So
Okay.
she waited a little bit, but it wasn't like going crazy on the internet yet. But it's delicious. It's a very
It's better
good.
than Chick-fil-A.
I think so. It's more crispy. It's like a brioche bun, and it makes sound effects when you bite into it. The first couple bites are bomb, but the middle is kind of soggy.
glitter. You know what I'm saying? They got creamy filling in with the chicken. They start dancing and shit around you.
No, but that's the thing. I'm not gonna eat it. I might. I don't know. But I feel like I don't want to eat it again because of the gap of like, okay, oh shit, a lot of people eating this. Let's bring it back
Where they
out
getting
with
these
some
chickens
new.
from? That's
I know
all.
that's why I'm like, what? I'm real suspicious about.
Hey,
the
yo,
chicken
Carl's
sandwich
Jr.
now.
had I don't know if they still got it. They had an all natural
that-
burger. And it was like 100% beef patty. I was like, what's up with all these other patties then?
Right.
No, I
Like-
saw that when
and I
I
think they
went
took
to
it away.
I went to Target and it was like the sliced turkey and then it was like, oh, this is the regular one and this is the natural one, and I'm like, what the fuck was in the other one?
This is all
Like,
beef right here. What is this?
The
Beef
reason
and
I
what
was
else?
the reason I was saying niggas is ignorant because somebody literally just died over a Popeye's chicken sandwich, supposedly for
That's
cutting line, and he got
ridiculous.
stabbed to death.
Stabbed
It's
to death?
not
Yeah.
worth that. It's
Yeah.
not fucking worth it.
Hey, I can't imagine being like, man, I just want to get out of here. I'm trying to get my chicken sandwich. I'm
Like,
trying to get my chicken sandwich, man.
this
Like, where you
man is
from?
really dead
That's
over a
scary.
chicken sandwich. Like, and I just feel like that's so ignorant. And a lot of people are
Yeah,
saying like,
Postmates
oh,
this shit,
you're
man.
old,
Popeyes on
conspiracy,
Postmates.
all this other stuff. But conspiracy, my ass, this chicken sandwich is definitely government issued, and this got y'all niggas acting fucking stupid as hell. So that's all I got.
We got a
on that.
Popeyes next door to our house. We going tonight.
So Corey said Popeye's chicken sandwich probably don't even smack. Dana said, shaking my head, definitely ignorant. Corey said niggas getting killed in Maryland over these chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's
Oh, I
terrible.
used the wrong word. I said slap. And anybody from the Bay, forgive me, because music slaps, food smacks. I gotta remember that.
Kyrie, hi Kyrie. Kyrie said people are getting killed for cutting in line. We killing over a chicken sandwich. What the hell is in that sandwich? I hate when people say sandwich, and I hate reading it like that because
country.
I know, but I hate it. Corey said they're putting mind-controlling hormones in the chicken.
I believe it.
Keith said, "Amen. Chickens done died for us. Best believe niggas will die for some chicken." I fucking hate Keith. Kyrie said the sandwich is banging, but it ain't worth dying over.
It's not worth dying
and
over.
Corey said population control. Chicken sandwiches. You know what's funny? Fife said last night a commercial gonna come out about everybody having
Did you have Popeyes?
Mesothelioma chicken sandwiches.
It's like and then it's like, okay, Popeyes talked all that shit, but it's like I can go to Chick-fil-A Monday through Saturday.
There's I wish I would shout it out right now.
And they
Spotting
always
Gardena.
got chicken at Chick-fil-A for their chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a place by my
That's true.
job that has a bomb ass chicken sandwich, and I get it all the time. It's called Rock and Brews, and it's such a nice place. It's like so.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I took you there
It's
before.
one at the
Yeah,
mall.
That
over
sounds
there.
familiar.
I like it.
Oh, that's probably why. Okay.
Is another one over there too?
Yeah, it's one at the mall
one
by our
in-
house.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's one by my job. It's just they just have like beers and wine, sangria and stuff. They don't have like a hard liquor license there.
El Segundo?
They just
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
just have I think a liquor license, the one by the airport, but not the one there. But
What we
I
call
like
rock
it
and
because
brews. You ain't got no brews.
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
We just
yeah,
rock,
they don't have
rock
hard.
it.
Yeah, they don't have hard liquor, but
Oh,
their
hard
sangria.
liquor, okay.
Yeah, their sangria is bomb. They have beer and cider and all that other stuff. But their chicken sandwich is bomb, and I'd rather go there in peace and eat my chicken
In
sandwich
safety?
with garlic fries than Popeye's fries, where they fry it so hard it ain't even no potato in the fucking fry. It's just the skin.
Today's day and age, people kind of just follow what's hot too. So just all the attention on Popeyes is getting more
It's
attention
awful.
for Popeyes.
Yeah, it's awful. It's not
True.
that serious. It's not that serious at all. But
Well-
that's all I gotta say. Y'all niggas is ignorant. Y'all need to do
Y'all
better.
niggas is
Kyrie said
ignorant.
Chick-fil-A is bland. Not when you got Chick-fil-A sauce.
And Texas pizza.
And
Polynesian.
Chick-fil-A bland.
T Dollar said, shaking my
They
head.
get the
I can't
spicy
live my
stuff.
whole.
Why do low mine?
What did he say? Oh, I can't live my whole life, childhood to adulthood, job responsibilities, having a child of my own, just to literally die over a chicken sandwich. What the
It's
fucking
not funny.
fuck?
It's not funny. It's not funny.
Corey said Chick-fil-A never out of chicken sandwiches, and they smack every time. Yes, they do. Oh, I never tried the mac and cheese.
ain't
Yes,
I
you
was
did.
Dying. I was dying. No, I did not.
I
rock.
Bruh, you
cool.
wasn't drunk.
I was
After
dying.
our live show,
I was dying. I didn't taste it.
what was you dying of?
I don't know. Remember, I had a headache the whole time.
Maybe
Like,
you
the
should have
whole
had a
show.
bite of that mac and cheese. That might have saved you because it was delicious.
Corey said Raising Cane's chicken sandwich is way better.
I've never had that.
That's
Me
out.
either.
It's the sauce. Raising Cane is the sauce.
And you know, I was a huge fan of Raising Cane's. We got one by our house too. I still like it. It leaves an aftertaste,
I don't like
like
it.
a little soggy
It's like the
aftertaste.
chicken
I've been
version
off
of
it
like
since.
White Castle to me.
It's delicious chicken. Like it's very fresh.
I can't get
It's
White
very
Castle.
fresh, but it's just
Their fries
sauce.
are
We
trash.
came here with
That
these
bread is
smoothies,
trash.
man. I'm getting some chicken. I know we just had this whole smoothie.
T Dollar
Fuck
said
this
Chick-fil-A
smoothie.
is bland low key. That's why they have those delectable dips.
delectable.
They do got hella dips. But
All right,
that's it. Let's
y'all.
get into this game.
Yes. Okay. So you guys know, y'all know the GQ couples quiz. All right, we're gonna do our little
I just
version
got
of that.
sad.
I know you get sad every time.
I know. I'm sorry.
Because Nipsey and Lauren.
That's the last one I saw.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, we gotta do it
Actually,
justice,
I haven't
man.
watched it
Let's
since
see.
then.
Yeah, you gotta do it justice.
Oh, who the fuck you think you are? No,
Do we get a prize? What's that?
I
stake
wish
here?
I had. We got some champagne.
yeah, we wasn't sure if y'all still drink, but y'all could
Yeah.
pop that bottle at home.
Yeah.
Oh, at home? That's great. 'Cause
I mean,
tonight,
y'all could pop it here.
Thanks, friend.
That's why I
Home,
bought
that way
cups,
we
but at
can
home
wait.
it's like you can do other stuff.
cool.
Yeah, true that.
We like these gifts.
All right, that's our.
$20.
Yes. Oh, so okay, so we're gonna ask y'all some questions.
Go ahead.
We're gonna ask y'all some questions, y'all. All right, so okay,
So y'all, you're making me sweat.
so Chaun, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Davonte's last meal. He can only eat one meal for the rest of his life. What would it be?
Chicken sandwich.
Just right now, or
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
It's a chicken sandwich.
he looked straight up at me
He was like,
It's chicken
yeah,
sandwich.
Yeah.
it's
This is
chicken
not a
sandwich.
coincidence. Like, it's a chicken sandwich.
okay.
And that's how I know I still ain't standing in line for no goddamn-
All right, Sean's last meal, or the only meal she could eat for the rest of her life. What would it be?
So with Chaun, it's not meals. It's not like a meal. It's like the place that she eats from, right? Been away from home, been from Brooklyn. Like if she could eat, like it's an empanada truck in downtown Brooklyn, she would eat the empanadas from there.
Check out Caesar's Empanadas if you are ever in downtown Brooklyn by the Barclays Center. It's amazing and they're
And
cheap.
then, well, let's say I'm gonna do this meal: Brooklyn Moon, mac and cheese, curry potatoes, and the wings, the jerk wings, jerk wings. Yep, there we go.
That is correct. Ding, ding, ding.
All of those things.
All of those things. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because like food with me, it holds memory. So it's like, it's not even just about the food. It's about the experience in the food.
How many times you been to Brooklyn with her?
5, 6.
Oh,
Okay, so the next time
I
I go to
about to say-
Brooklyn, I need you to go with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we had a really good tour guide while we were there. It was somebody that we met.
Were they from
Shout out
Brooklyn?
to Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big
he
Mike.
lives there. And he like literally, he took his last day off of work and he took us all over Manhattan. And
Okay.
I got on the subway.
I was
we
about
got
to
on
ask
the
that.
ferry.
Okay.
Like everything.
We
walked
got
all
on the
way
ferry.
through Central
We went to
Park.
Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
We went
took us
to
everywhere.
Central Park. We did everything except the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I want to
Yeah.
like literally like I want to go, and we accidentally walked through a Dominican parade while we were down there too, which was fun.
Oh, we went
but
to
I really
brunch.
want to like go through like I want to go to Bed-Stuy. My friend lives in Bed-Stuy, but I don't want to say
It's
her name
a-
on the air in case it was, but she lives in
Native
Bed-Stuy.
now. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
let
Yo,
the-
if
let the
she ain't
local
available,
tell you.
you can roll
Right.
with me because I've been
Nah.
so much.
Nah, it's true, it's
hey,
true though.
one plug. So there's a place that I've literally had like a spiritual experience from the food. No lie. Like
experience.
real talk. During the food, and I was high, but like during the food, I was
always
like,
makes
yo,
it
what
better.
the hell is this? It's a place called the Food Sermon in Brooklyn. That is a black owned, black male
where I need
chef.
to be.
It is amazing. When you go in there, it's like you're in a whole different, you are in culture. You can see them in the kitchen cooking. Like, go to the Food Sermon if you're in Brooklyn. But yeah, those are my
Okay,
questions.
that's where I need to go.
In Crown Heights.
Keith is talking about you. He said for Davonte, it's spaghetti mac.
Hey, he said that because when I was a kid, not even a kid, we was in high school. My mama had to just, I came up, we was trying to piece shit together. So I was like, man, I got the card over there. Like, man, we eat motherfucking spaghetti mac. Because spaghetti, but we had no
funny as
spaghetti
hell.
noodles. We only had macaroni noodles. So we had to.
So you gotta
Oh,
make it
my
work.
mom
That
make
shit
that
still
all
be,
the time.
still be good.
I hate it.
Is that, I'm
Um,
gonna say, is that good?
It's
Does
called.
that work?
It's called it started with a G.
That shit called hamburger helper.
It's like legit spaghetti, but it's called something different, and you put corn in it. Like it's called something different.
I know what you're talking about. It's
Ganesh
just spaghetti with corn in
or
it.
something.
But I
I've
know
never
what you're
had
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've had it before.
You don't seem like you're excited about it though.
I
Moniz.
don't
I don't know
really
if I
like
want to try it.
Jazz said
cool.
Brooklyn adopted her.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Next question. Sorry.
Okay. Last question for y'all.
You should do 3.
Yeah. Okay. So what's another question? Go ahead.
Maybe not. Just do one
Because I thought I took a picture of it, but I didn't.
more. Okay, just go ahead. Oh, you want me to have a question? Okay. Dang, it's hard though because they know each other.
I know.
That's why we on here.
Yeah. 'Cause y'all ain't gonna miss.
Married at first sight.
Shit.
I know it's hard.
Okay.
She ready?
Wait, one of y'all
She
got a
ready.
question? You got a question?
Goulash. That's what it's called. Goulash. Thank
They
you.
not
that's
listening.
what
They can't
goulash
hear.
is.
They
Yeah.
listen to the show. Okay. Let me see. What is shit?
Maybe
No,
in the
they
comments.
already
Anybody in the
talked about
comments got a
that.
question?
I
Yeah, y'all got a
know.
question.
Any in the
In
comments?
the meantime,
Corn, yes.
my other one, do you guys do your best impression of each other?
Oh yes.
My daughter does a funny one. That's funny.
Yeah, she's better. I'll let you go
She's
first. I need some time to
hilarious.
enjoy
I
it.
saw her little thing when she was talking about setting up your office.
Oh, yeah,
like-
she's funny.
This is my friend Keith.
I can't
Don't-
really do one because I'll be making fun of her, but they don't really be real impressions.
I feel like mine might be the same way too.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't got no impression of
I
her.
feel like he
Sean
got
is
it in
too
him.
calm.
Yeah.
No, hold on. She don't be all calm all the time. You know what I'm saying? But
She
she be
calm
like,
anytime I'm around her.
yeah, I don't got no impression. That's whack. That's
don't have
that's
a
a bell
question.
out. But
Yeah, there's
I really
I don't
got
have
no
a question.
impression.
I can't do color because they know.
what favorite color?
Yeah.
We don't really have. Well, it used to be green, but
Favorite movie?
his favorite movie,
Mm-hmm.
Paid in Full. He has a few, but
Top
What's
three.
your top three?
Paid in Full, Godfather 2, and I forgot the third one.
He don't know the third one.
I know the third
You
one.
know the third
Oh.
one.
Think about it.
I'm thinking, but it's not coming yet.
Giggity.
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Terminator. I'm like, no, that's not right.
Yep.
Gladiator.
Oh,
I haven't seen it, so like, I don't have the mental reference point to be like, oh, that's what it is.
Right.
Hey, I just got
right.
noticed there's a trend in all the movies that like I like when people start off like not supposed to be somewhere and then just being like fucking bosses. I love that shit.
Oh, they have questions in the comments
Oh.
now. Wait, you gotta
Yes.
answer. You
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta
answer
answer
our top
that
three
one
movies
first.
first.
Favorite body
Favorite
part.
movie?
Getting a little rough.
One of them Inside Out. Inside Out.
I
That's
love
one of them. Color Purple. I would say.
No, babe.
Nah, come on. You gotta say
She
that,
said
man. You
no,
reference it
babe.
all the
Okay.
time. You be like,
He
that's
likes
Color
to
Purple.
say that that's my favorite because I reference it all the time because he has not seen it.
I have
Oh,
seen it.
the
I
heads
just
up.
don't.
He don't know any of the
Shit,
references.
And
I like-
acceptable.
I always like the hood black movies.
Okay.
I've never considered Color Purple a hood black movie.
It's not.
That's some other shit, like that or like Beloved and like Beloved and shit like that. Like I never, like, I've been watching like The Wash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit I'm on. But Inside Out, damn, we don't watch your movies, right?
No.
Now
All
you're
right,
trying
cool.
to get him.
The Notebook.
that's
The
true.
Notebook.
Yeah,
All
that's
right, yeah, I'm out this bitch.
That's an oldie but goodie.
That's
Done.
funny.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
so Keith wants to know if you know Davonte's favorite body part of himself.
I don't know if that's what he meant. I don't know if that's what he meant.
It's me.
Let's just skip over that because Keith
Yes,
be getting crazy.
raunchy.
Okay, what is
This
the
dick,
other
Keith.
person's dream vacation?
Dream vacation? Who
Yeah,
you want?
each other's dream vacation.
Who would
Do you know his dream vacation? Do you know hers?
I can go first.
Okay.
Dream
You about
vacation.
to tell me because I'm like,
dream
what's
vacation.
my dream vacation?
Anywhere our money is like triple or quadruple
Yes.
for one.
Yes.
So if they money worth more than ours, it ain't a part of the dream.
So like Thailand or something.
Yep. South Africa.
Yeah.
Josie.
Oh, I got invited to South Africa.
It's amazing. You gotta go.
It has. So there's also a difference between like a trip for vacation and a trip for exploration, right? So she like thinks about the both of them. So if it's vacation, obviously you want to be around like some water, some shit like that. Everything is like very central. If it's exploration, we gotta have like, what's the culture of that place like? And I think so. I would say Josie. Josie.
And is the food good?
And is the food good?
Those are things I take into consideration.
Yeah.
But ain't that the same for you though? Ish.
Yeah. Well, nah.
What? What
'Cause
vacation?
on the real. All right. So I don't know. I like things that make
I'm
me.
sorry.
I like things that make me feel like
Oh, some bullshit.
some boss shit. Yeah,
But
I
you
don't
could
care
do
if the
that
money.
if you go somewhere where your money is 3 times,
Yeah.
what their currency is. That's when
Yeah.
that's with a great time. to
So
do the
tell me
boss
more
shit.
about my. Tell me more about my dream vacation.
boss shit. That's all I got.
Keith said it could have been fingers or some shit. This nigga Davonte got nice hands, no homo. Corey said pause. I cannot.
The color. Hey man, I
This
seen
is
the
true,
color
Keith.
purple. I just don't remember every word. Like remember that
Then
one
you
part
haven't
when
seen
Stevie
the
walked in there? She was
color.
like,
You should have seen
Oh
it at
my
least
God.
10
"Oh,
times.
get out
maybe
of
a
here!"
lifetime.
No, that's
Exactly.
Thank
you know what? Hey man, I got 2 brothers. Have y'all seen the color purple twice or 10 times?
Somewhere between.
All right, man. These some different. See, he watched it with her. That's the.
No, he
I'm just
didn't.
kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I just never. Yeah, I seen it. I just don't remember it.
Okay, you pass.
Well, I thank you guys for participating in the game. You won a bottle of Andre.
Yes, Andre, the
Red
good
Last
stuff.
It is now plug time.
Yes.
Anything you guys are working on?
Yeah, a few things. So, like I
Coming
said,
up.
follow me on LinkedIn. As a director of, I work for an organization that works with youth across the country in schools. They tutor, mentor, role model. We are actually looking to hire. I am the hiring manager. We're looking to hire someone for a recruitment position in San Jose. If you are in San Jose or the San Jose area, hit me up on LinkedIn. There. Outside of that, doing a lot of other stuff, but I don't think it needs to be plugged though.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Let me put your Instagram in here because I don't. You got to spell it out for me. It's D_green, right?
Nope, just D_green_ambition.
D_green_ambition.
Okay. Got
And
it.
Chaun?
I'll say I'm gonna say this on here so that we can hold ourselves accountable. We are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, so just like be on the lookout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be so.
We've been
We gotta
thinking
say
about
it's
it.
real.
I
We've been
know.
saying it for like forever. Let's make it happen.
Yes, and you can follow Chaun on Instagram.
Louis by
at
Nature.
Louis by Nature.
You spelled it wrong. Don't press enter.
Thanks, Mom.
And we gotta say congratulations,
Yes,
you guys.
again.
So champagne on your engagement. It was beautiful. I got so happy
And on
when I
you
saw
guys'
that
new
post.
place.
Thank you.
Yes.
And on
we
you guys'
love
new
it.
place. We love to see it.
We love to see it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for joining us. I think that was really, really beautiful. You gave us a lot of like insight and all of that, and we wish you many, many years of love and success and all of that.
And I'm looking forward to the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Me
I'm going to
too.
be one of the first to
Yes.
subscribe.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Until then, our extras, have a great week till we see you again on Tuesday.
You be so hesitant, like.
I know.
Have
I
a
had a
great
thought,
week.
but I can't. I'm hungry, so I can't think. But bye, guys.
We're going to Chick-fil-A.
Hey, Popeyes.
Ooh. Okay, bye,
Wait.
girls. Wanna
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
wanna
everybody.
have fun.
Out there in radio land.
Girls.